Hey everybody, Mountain Mike here with another episode. Today we're getting prepared to start a sawmill business, and I needed to get some forks for my tractor, and I had to put a quick attachment on there to do that. So today we're going to put the quick attachment on and put our forks on, take our pin style bucket off, and then in another episode we'll weld a plate on our bucket so we can use it with our quick attach also. But definitely getting prepared for the business, and we're ready to go forward. But you know, you have lots of steps to go when you're starting a business. So you know, I got my sawmill finally after long waiting, and it's right here in mini boxes, as you can see, which we'll cover when I do the assembly. Some of the boxes not so good looking. I've opened them, but I have not gone through them yet. We'll do all that on camera too, but that's not today. So here's my little Honda motor back there. Got my instruction booklet here. Yeah. Alright, let's get to the job. So here's the quick attachment sitting on top of the forks and my pallet forks. I do have a tiny tractor. It's 34 horse. It's an L3400. It doesn't lift a lot, but we're going to use it and abuse it because that's what we got. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is take these pins out of the pins. They're just bolts, but those have to come out. Get a couple of 10mm size nut and bolt. All right, there's one free. Whew. Number two. Didn't think that one was going to come off. And 3 and 4 is over here. Number 3. Number 4. Alright, so the next step is to we're going to clean the grease off as much as we can before we do this. It's going to get nasty. So dried up grease anyway. I haven't greased the front end pins in the front end, and oh, they're a little overdue, but so it's not too bad. It wants to come off. Well, that looks pretty decent. We're ready to go ahead and pull the pins out and try to get this bucket off there. So let's give that a shot. There's one. So my bucket just dropped on that side. The floor is not quite level in here. So I'm gonna have to shim up that side of the bucket to make it all level. You really need to do this on a level floor. Living out here on the mountain, off grid, we do the best we can. I built this shop, I put a dirt floor in it, and we put conveyor belt, you know, over the top of the dirt. Dirt's been settling since I built the shop. I need to come back, redo it. It's just, you know, a million things to do. So you make do. Unlevel floor, we're going to shim up the bucket. Alright. We have all 4 pins out. Simply move this bucket right on out of the way. Alright, so we've got the bucket off, and the tractor is sitting kind of limp. But this is all kind of dirty in here, and we're going to put a new part on there, so we want to go ahead and clean this grease and dirt off of it the best we can before we install these brand new parts on this tractor. Yeah, it sits outside, it collects dirt, but with the new shop, eventually it'll be parked under the outside part of the shop and being protected more. You know, it's the bane of my existence, trying to get everything taken care of, protected. When you just one man, woman trying to do it all, things take time. So we do it one day at a time. Not everything happens the way we want it. We don't live in a perfect world. Things sure don't always happen timely. But one thing we figured out doing this for as long as we have is you persevere. That's most of it, you know. It's perseverance through the hard times and the harder times. It's what makes it count. I want to bring up something that most people don't think about. You know, really you should grease your tractor. Well, it tells you every 10 hours your pin's on your bucket or whatever, your loader. And I don't. I'm not real good about it. And it's been just over 10 hours, and like I said, the tractor sits outside. This should be all real soft, pliable grease. And it's just hard, caked on, dirty, what's left in there. I mean, you'd think I'm just over 10 hours and there'd be some good grease in there, but it's been rained on several times. So a lot of people don't think about that, and they go out and they fire the tractor up and just go on. I'm guilty of it too, and it's always a good lesson when you're replacing parts to examine what's happening. That ain't grease anymore. So anyway, we're gonna get this quick attach. Kubota calls it the skid steer quick attach, quick hitch. Everybody calls it something different. We're gonna get this thing put on there. Got the bucket off. That wasn't too hard, now was it? So it's going to be the same thing. Got these 10mm bolts that we got to remove from the pins. I gotta say, I think taking the bolts out of the pins is the hardest part of the job. Fighting those suckers. Now there's some confusion about this part. I don't understand why they sent me this long pin like this. I mean, in the instruction manual or instructions, that it tells you that it goes for a 531 bucket, but and some different styles. It doesn't. They don't say LA 463. Which this loader is. Nobody's explained this one to me. I haven't called anybody, but I guess it'll do. I don't. They say it goes to that 531, which is supposed to be the same as this loader here. I do believe that's going to be the hardest part of the job. Okay. So this is going to be the left side of the tractor. This is going to be the right side down here. Pull these pins out and let's get her on there. Okay, so we got the quick attach on the floor. We're ready to put it on the loader. Alright, so we need to be over just a hair. There we are. That's better. There we go. There we go. All right. This needs to go down just a hair. Okay, so the unevenness on my floor, I'm gonna have to start on this higher side real quick. Get it lined up. Get it all lined up. I have to give it a few love taps. So we got the pins in, and wasn't too terribly smooth, but we got it. Bottom pins I did kind of forget. You need to line the bolt holes with the holes in the bracket. So you can put them right in. I remembered on top too. Alright, so I'm going to try some pliers to turn this into the right position. Alright, well, it turned it. Good deal. We can put the bolt in that one. I'm gonna move this bucket out of the way and hook to these forks and feel like I've done something for the day. Now I just got to grease all the pins that we replaced and make sure they got plenty of grease. We talked about that earlier. Gotta check your grease. See how she looks. Mighty fine, mighty fine. Mark some little bitty old forks. But that will be quite handy right there. I've been needing that for a long time. So we're trying to start a sawmill business, and that's going to be the main focus of a lot of our videos coming up. Getting situated, getting the sawmill situated, put together, assembled. As you can see, it's not assembled. I haven't pulled it out of the boxes. As you can see, some of the boxes are awful. I hope all the parts are in there. Well, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you yeah, checking out what I'm doing today, what's going on the homestead. Stay tuned for more videos to come, what we're doing out here, and what we're doing with the sawmill, the soon to be sawmill, putting it together, assembling it, you know, my comments and concerns, my questions, how Norwood's dealt with me, what they've done. If these things interest you, stay tuned and we'll address those things in the next video. Thanks for dropping by.